So we had this story, when was it, yesterday? Or Friday, maybe it was Friday, about the texts of the young Republicans that expressed racist, anti-Semitic, anti-women, just horrible, disgusting texts. And you know, there was quite a backlash against them, although J.D. Vance and Matt Walsh defended them, but many of them have been forced to resign and quit, which is good. Anyway, today there's a new group chat with racist commentary, and this time a lot of the racist commentary is from a guy named Paul Ingrassia. Paul Ingrassia is Trump's nominee to head the Office of Special Counsel, so it's part of the Justice Department. You know, here's some of what he wrote. MLK was the 1960s George Floyd, and his holiday should be ended and tossed into the seventh circle of hell, where it belongs. MLK was a hero at the end of the day. He fought for liberty, for freedom, for equal rights. He was wrong on a lot of things, and the Civil Rights Act ultimately was not good, and you know, MLK was probably economically a socialist, but to call him a Floyd, that's ridiculous. Another tweet, he says, "I do have a Nazi streak in me from time to time. I will admit it." Okay. And by the way, nobody took it as a joke. Nobody took it as a joke. And a number of people actually pushed back against it on the group chat. What the hell are you talking about? In another group chat, Ingrassia says, "Never trust a Chinaman or Indian. Never." Just for emphasis, just to make clear that he was serious. And then he says, I said we should make Kwanzaa illegal in the next Trump administration. That was the gist of my tweet. No mulligan holidays, from Kwanzaa to MLK Jr. Day to Black History Month to Juneteenth. Every single one needs to be eviscerated. All right, this is Trump's nominee to lead the office. So these texts came out, I think, today, and people are kind of frantic about what to do with his, you know, with his appointment. Well, what should we do about all this? But it turns out this was not new, and this was not unexpected, and people knew of this guy as a nutcase going way back, and yet he was still nominated. I mean, he called for martial law to keep Trump in office. He shared 9/11 kind of truther, you know, conspiracy theories. He's said white men were the smartest demographic. God, not if they're Republicans. He was spotted at a white nationalist rally. He said he just stumbled into it, I'm sure. He defended Alex Jones against the Sandy Hook judgment. Quote, "We all stand with Alex Jones." He called October 7th a psych op to distract from Columbus Day, calling Nikki Haley an insufferable bitch and has defended Nick Fuentes. That was all known before this morning. And then not only was he nominated for the position, but he was likely to be voted in, because we know Senate Republicans will just vote whatever Trump wants. Now, you know, a bunch of GOP senators are saying maybe we won't vote for him after the Nazi streak and stuff. Thune has said now that he's not going to pass. But where was Thune a week ago when this other stuff was all known? So this is the kind of people Trump is nominating. Who knows who else has gotten through already that we haven't found, the emails, the texts, or they haven't expressed themselves that way, but it's all in their head. How many of the congressional staffers are secretly racist, pseudo-Nazi, anti-Semitic, just horrible people like this? This is what the GOP is turning into. This is what this party is becoming. And just to put an exclamation mark on that, well, today Kash Patel. Now, Kash Patel is a favorite of MAGA, right? Because he's MAGA. Conspiracy theory Kash Patel. He's the head of the FBI. He's all in on MAGA, all in on Trump. Well, today he made a big strategic mistake. You know, Kash Patel is Indian. And he put out a tweet saying, Happy Diwali. Diwali is the celebration of light. It's a festival of lights around the world. It's an Indian celebration. And you know, he wished everybody a happy Diwali, celebrating the festival of lights around the world as good triumphs over evil. That was his post. And MAGA went crazy. Christ is king. This is America. We don't do this. Get the fuck out of my country. So, please don't promote the festivals of foreign gods in America. This pagan BS is un-American. Go back to India. Good triumphed over evil when Jesus Christ died on the cross. Get your pagan nonsense out of here. This is America. We don't do this. I've seen that one. Is that the festival where they all shit in the streets? No. America is a Christian nation. Heritage Americans don't want demon worship in our country. Christ is king. So these are just some of the, you know, mild, friendly, very open, very accepting responses to MAGA's own Kash Patel, who is the head of the FBI. But he's got the wrong skin color. I wonder what J.D. Vance thinks of all this, given his wife's Indian heritage. I wonder if J.D. Vance put out a tweet today celebrating Diwali. A lot of people did. Quite a few people I saw online. I doubt J.D. Vance did, in spite of the fact that his children are half Indian, for whatever that's worth. Pretty nutty. Pretty nutty. A pastor at Refuge Church in Ogden, Utah, basically said to Kash Patel, go back. Go back. Or you know, somebody else, again, here's the deal. Either go back to your home country or assimilate into Christian America. Christian America. God, I have not assimilated into Christian America. What are we going to do? I assimilated into America, but not Christian America. Now, we will see what happens tonight when Donald Trump hosts a formal Diwali event at the White House at 4 p.m. And while Trump is in heated tariff negotiations with India and trying to get on India's good side as he positions himself against India and Russia, my guess is they'll slam Donald Trump. I mean, there is an aspect of personality worship here when it comes to Trump, but there's certain things like religion and hatred of foreigners that the faithful, the MAGA, are just not going to give up, even if Donald Trump doesn't share their beliefs in. And Donald Trump is far more positive about immigrants, I think, in his real life, and far more positive about people, far less racist, put it that way, explicitly racist, than his followers and the people he supports and the people he encourages and the people he winks at and gives a thumbs up at. Like in Charlottesville. I'll mention that again because I know it pisses some of you off so much. And he encourages them. He supports them. He promotes them. He doesn't necessarily share all the ideas. I don't consider Trump a racist. But he encourages the racists. He supports the racists. He fertilizes the ground in which the racists grow. That is what's going on. And the worst of these, the worst racists, xenophobes, haters of foreigners, are the Christians, are the Christian nationalists. I wonder what Hegg says things about Diwali. I wonder if he's posted a happy Diwali to all the military personnel who might be of Indian origin. I have my doubts that he did that.